never know when this goes
I have started the stream. So it should be going. Let me see. Looks like it is going. So now I will tweet out this stream. There's 9 people that have showed up. Just come say hi. Hello, people that are currently. What's up, Jared Punch? 1 second. I'm gonna tweet this out. I'm gonna get this stream out and going, and then we'll get to doing stuff. What's up, Drop Mom? How are you today? 1 second. I'm gonna move my Streamlabs onto a different screen. But I haven't used the tournament bracket thing, so I'm gonna have to be clicking at random. Rail Ryu says I am the GOAT. That partially correct, but I am a humble weeb. I am I give my great thanks to the weeb gods in the sky. 1 second. I'm gonna tweet out the stream and post it in Sammy's Discord. That was the other thing, is live tab. But I will get to any comments that are popped in there in just a second. I'm just gonna get this sent out before we get going, and then go over on the topic for today. Do some tournament bracket like things, some shenanigans. Tier 1 DKJ is excited for the streams, excited to talk about these main character powers. Actually, for the most part, I already know who I'm going to be rooting for. There's a lot of really cool powers in here. Some of them less than others, though I'm not going to say names. Well, when we get there. Alright, so let me get to the actual pictures now. Huh? What'd you say? What'd you say? Oh, Gene. Hello, Gene. Diego Lopez also saying I'm the GOAT. I appreciate the compliments, of course. Gene's here. What's up, Gene? King Sinbad says, "Don't be mid. Don't worry, he'll be okay." This is an entirely opinion-based stream, so it should be good. Hassan Muhammad says 2 goats. See, got some fans out there too. Faith, you there? Oh no. Sinbad got to him. What's up with you guys though in the chat? Looks like he's doing something, so it'll be a minute until he shows back up. But other than that though, how is everyone doing today? How's everyone showing up? We're gonna have this stream going over more of the topic set up here with the main character power tournament, and then after that we'll have a just normal chill conversation stream following. And see how this is going. But Faith, have you returned yet? Sounds like he has not returned yet. He'll be back at some point. I'll answer any questions or anything you want to say until they get back. Once he returns, we'll get going. I haven't used one of these tournament bracket things, so I guess I just click on it. But where's the? I don't know how to edit it. Do I just go? I'll have to ask Faith when he returns. So usually he does this part. I have absolutely no idea. Put who you're looking for in some of these matchups first. Read World Trigger. I might. Is that Acorn character like a regular, that girl with the acorn hair? Oh, I like how if I click it, the tab for some reason it will like flash between my the picture I have still set up from the last stream with Celine in the back, but that's really weird that it goes through. I don't know why. Does it still, let me click it again. Yeah, it keeps doing it. I kind of like it though. Sinbad versus Faith in the chat. Not Phil Jones. Okay, you fixed your stuff. Jalen Johnson, how's it going? How do I mess with the whoever is in what place and give votes? I don't know how to do that. Do I have to? I don't know if I can edit your bracket list.
Hold on. Now I can retrack by the
Oh, I was just wondering how do I add votes to any of these? I don't think I can because it's yours.
Alright,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because you made it. I wish I had like a draw board so I can just draw over it.
Do you have an account for Bracket HP?
Here's what I'm gonna do. Hang on. I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna open up MS Paint. And I'm just gonna do it through MS Paint. Crap! No, this is easy. This is gonna be much easier. Unfortunately for me, I somehow have my MS Paint have a bunch of weird grids on it, and I have no possible idea how to undo that. But it'll be okay. Let me
My big thing about it is, since you have to do it through MS Paint, you have to write everything in.
Oh, that's easy. No, I'll just draw lines. I'm really good at drawing lines.
Alright. Well, while you're getting set up there, let me do the intro for the podcast. So we can get started.
Do that part. I'm gonna hype it up. I'm gonna hype up the pictures.
Alright. Well, hopefully everybody can hear me. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Back Anime Discussions podcast. And, yeah, we are back. We're probably going to be uploading way less often, but we have things in plan. As, of course, this is your boy RTLFaith with me today, Rax the Hero, of course. And we're going to be streaming things on his channel and having a good time here, of course. So, say hello, Rax.
I mean, I've been saying hello. What do you mean? Or are you recording now for your stuff too? Okay, I got really confused.
So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this and then I'm going to extract the audio and then edit it and then cut out the beginning.
Oh, okay. You do your thing.
Yeah.
I got extra stuff to set up as on top of that. Was it going?
Yeah,
It'll nicely clean through my stream. Oh,
go ahead and say hi. Because basically we started up.
Oh, don't worry. I said hello to the people in the chat. They're all doing their thing. I see you already going to words with Sinbad. Guillotine's up here.
Yeah, bro. Hey, if people want to talk, I gotta talk back. Dog eat dog world out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but while you get that set up, today, basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the main characters and which main characters have a better set of powers. Not who's stronger, it's not a versus thing, but whose powers that we prefer. And obviously it's going to be me and Rax giving our opinion for whatever characters we're choosing. And these are main characters from Shonen series, of course. And if we ever needed a tiebreaker, we're going to have people from the chat basically break the tie. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy. And to address some people, no, this bracket will not determine who's a better overall character. We're talking about the powers they have that is associated with them as a main character. So you guys start getting it once we start talking about them a little bit more specifically. But yeah, it's not too complicated.
I was probably gonna, because there's only 2 of us. I feel like it'd just be easier just to have the polls on like Twitter or something, and just have a short couple minute polls of everyone here. Because otherwise, it's just gonna be like you and me picking everything. I don't know.
Yeah. Also,
unless you. Oh, I will turn you up. Try talking again.
All right. How's it sounding? I'm gonna assume it's sounding fine. Make sure the audio is all level. That way, everything sounds good.
I know.
Once we,
a couple minute holes in one ear. Otherwise, it's just gonna be like you and me.
And
I don't know.
Okay, so
unless you only
your question, Rax. I think it's fine this way, so we don't have to wait for people to vote on a Twitter poll.
All right.
This way, me and you will give our votes for our respective thing. If there's a tiebreaker, we'll have the chat decide who wins.
Only on tiebreakers. Okay, I get you now.
Yeah, only on tiebreaker. Yeah.
Understand.
Well,
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be characters out there we're going to agree with. Sure. At least some, anyway.
Do you read World Trigger? Sinbad keeps trying to get me to read World Trigger. There's a girl that looks like an acorn.
Yes, I've read of World Trigger. I haven't read it in a while, but I know everything that's going to happen in season 2.
Oh, there you go.
So, World Trigger it's cool. Like, it's a pretty interesting series. That's why when I said Kaiju number 8 came out, I said it was a combination of World Trigger plus Pacific Rim. So it has a similar premise where there's these people who protect the world from these monsters, and they all have unique abilities.
I thought they were fighting aliens.
Monsters, aliens, you know what I mean? Like bad things from something that's not human, so to speak. They're from it's more so they're from a different dimension.
That's still aliens.
So you can call it aliens, so to speak. I mean, it's technically the same type of thing. And the thing about World Trigger is it has a very unique power system. Some people say it's one of the better power systems because of how in depth it is. And it's very video game-esque. How like there's a sniper, there's a close range fighter, mid-range fighter.
There's an acorn. I've seen the pictures. I know about the acorn. You can't hide this from me.
Oh, you're talking about her? No, she's not the acorn. She's not an acorn, but
I don't know. I've seen her hair. She looks like an acorn.
Yeah, but that's just a haircut. Hey, some people have that type of style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that makes she's an acorn. I know how this works.
But her character, she's actually one of the people that have the most latent potential. So. Yeah.
Plant powers. She's
also,
like Mimosa,
there's a really badass character that can see the future. So he's like the best one. So hey, you might like it. You might like it. But how's everything coming with your MS Paint stuff?
I've been waiting. It's all set up. I'm waiting on you.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, I've been waiting to start.
I was bearing time. All right. Well, so for the first matchup, let me make sure got everything. First matchup we got is Natsu versus Naruto. Who has the best powers? Abilities.
That's an easy one.
Well, obviously, I know you want to go first. So
yeah, the Dragon Wizard. I don't really know how much more I'm gonna go into that. You have an eventual, pretty much evolution at the end of it, where you get to become a dragon. I mean, like Naruto has cool powers, but like Naruto's aren't that cool overall. They're more kind of just useful. Like outside of his shadow clones and just kind of the general usage of them, I don't think Naruto's power set is that cool. Like Rasengan is just a spinny ball. Rasen Shuriken is just a bigger spinny ball. And then he just has a bunch of different versions of it.
He has different variations of it, where one can have lava, one could have like acid.
That's so
different variations.
That's so plain though. That's just spinny. Lava, that's just spinny ball with added effect. That's not even like. I don't know. I just don't really find that cool.
Like throws fire.
But it's the setup of how it all works. Like in the end of it, you're altering your body to be like a dragon, and then eventually you become a dragon. That's way cooler in concept. Like Naruto's is like more general use, but which one's cooler? Which one would you rather have? Just a bunch of singular stuff, or one like ultimate line that eventually turns you into a monster? It's way cooler.
I will say this, like, the difference is that Naruto has a lot, because he has his Nine Tails stuff, but then he also has his Sage Mode stuff, where he basically read ki like Asta can do. He can hit you, and then it doesn't hit you, but it still hits you. Like there's a lot of stuff when it comes
It's just like all
Naruto's
small.
arsenal.
His is all like just like small stuff though. I just don't really find a ton of small abilities that interesting.
I mean, those abilities still are very. I mean, I do find them interesting. I don't think everything has to be super big scale.
It'd be like
You know what I'm
it'd be
saying?
like if you were talking about like Raya's magic, and it's like, yeah, it's cool, but like how cool is it at the end of the day? It's
Very cool. You
it's
can copy it
useful,
yourself.
but it's not that cool.
I mean, I disagree. If I can copy any spell, I would actually much prefer that than a lot of other stuff.
You're just
But
like that's just being like, what's his name? The one dude from Berserk. He's like, yeah, I'm a jack of all trades, but I'm only so good in certain categories, and versus having a mastery in like your specialty. I just don't.
yeah, so
Naruto's is
you
just
would
so
be more.
plain. It's like if you have like alternate suits for a character and it's just different colors. It's just it's neat, but it's not that standoutish. It doesn't really have a lot of flair to it. There's not a lot of like all you're doing is changing one thing and saying this is the new ability. It's just not very. It's not very different. And it's not even like at least Rasen Shuriken was like an evolution to the Rasengan, but just the other ones are just like different, slightly different versions. And they're not bad.
I mean, more than slightly because they have elements corresponding with it.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
just
that's
slightly
also
different.
like,
It's like in the movies when like every movie it was just a slightly different Rasengan was like the saving move.
yeah,
Like,
but it's all like interesting, unique abilities attached to the Rasengan itself, which makes it
but
very
it's
interesting.
just a different Rasengan though. Like think about like Naruto's overall arsenal, and most of it is just like a slightly different Rasengan.
I mean, he could also give people parts of his Biju cloak. He can also turn into a huge Kurama avatar.
That's one of his only cool ones. Is he's got his cool chakra kaiju. He can't even do that anymore.
Yeah. I mean, we're not, but that's not what we're talking about. If whether
I'm
or
just
not
talking about
you do
general.
it anymore. We're not talking about that.
I,
But
I don't think at a core concept it's as cool, and I don't think that the line of it is as cool.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to disagree here. But
Like
I mean, you can
dragon
make your
wizardry.
Natsu case.
I mean, I was talking about like Dragon's Link magic in general is way cooler. You get different perks along the way. They all have like a line that they're evolving into. It's simple, and yet at the same time they're all different. I think it's a way cooler thing because one of the things on top of that is just that their variations are more unique to specific type rather than just a slightly different version of whatever you had before.
Yeah, but we're talking about Natsu, not like all.
I know, and Natsu is cooler. It becomes a dragon. He starts burning magic. That just starts going upper and upper and upper. Continuously grows. It just keeps getting more ridiculous. It feels more like it's evolving rather than it. The gap would be like if instead Natsu just kept getting fire plus another element. Like if his lightning flame dragon was continuous
he
something
did.
else. No, he only had lightning flame dragon mode. I'm saying like
Lightning,
if he just kept getting that plus another element, and then another form was just that plus another element. It's just not very exciting when you do the same thing like 80 times. Versus like
yeah,
he's
but at
got
the same
different
time,
versions.
that's not the only thing that Naruto has gained.
But like how many of his techniques though are just varied Rasengans?
Oh, there's a lot, but still.
That's
that
like
doesn't mean
that's
all
like
that.
95% of his moveset.
I mean,
Like how
when
many
it comes to his attacks, yes. When it comes to his attacks, yes.
But that's like most of like his evolution. Outside of like he's got his cool chakra mode, or his big chakra form, and then he's got what other techniques is he on? Like even the Biju bomb is just big explosion. There's nothing even really that like special. Yeah. There's like nothing special technique.
So,
it's literally
like
just
I
big
said,
bomb.
He has the Sage Mode eyes, then he has all Sage Mode abilities, and there's a lot. He can absorb chakra, absorb nature energy as well. He can, like we talked about, the millions of Rasengan, all the clone jutsu variations. We already talked about that.
Yeah, but
and then obviously,
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of cool small stuff and just slight variations. I don't think it's as cool. Like Naruto definitely to me
I mean,
has
it's
one of
not
the
small stuff because
less interesting movesets.
Naruto's arsenal. Like these are.
Yeah, but it's
Sage
just
Mode
but
is
it
very
but
intertwined
most
with how Naruto fights.
but most of his arsenal is just the same thing, slightly different. I'm saying it's kind of it's not as interesting because it's not going in one line, or it's not continuously evolving. It's just slightly different each time without it kind of. It'd be like if there was some form like above Rasen Shuriken that was like combined, like some form of new, crazier, giant Rasen Shuriken, all these different shapes or whatever the fuck. It's just the same technique, but it's like a slightly different art style and different color. It's not very interesting.
It's a technique, but it has different variations, but it's still ups and levels because we had the normal Rasengan and then up to the Rasen Shuriken. Then he did like a huge Bijou Bomb level Rasen Shuriken. Like, that was not the same Rasen Shuriken. That was an evolved version of
He's just doing it. It's slightly tweaked. Like his moves, like most of his moves after getting Rasen Shuriken, it's like if you opened it in MS Paint and then either just made it bigger or you just kind of like messed with the color scheme.
I mean, I think you're oversimplifying it, but at the end of the day, I mean, I'm gonna pick Naruto here. You're gonna pick Natsu, so it's gonna be up to your chat to decide who's the winner.
Let me see what's the chat say, dude. Does the chat like Natsu or Naruto more?
I saw some people say Naruto, and then some people say Natsu. Keep in mind, people, that this is not a power scaling thing. It's not who's stronger. It's who.
Oh no! If we're having characters here, my chat's gonna talk about power scaling. That's gonna happen. You can't stop them. They're gonna do it.
I know. I'm just like reminding them. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just reminding them what we're talking.
This ain't it says Natsu. Nope. Lord Hendrickson says Naruto. Bud says Naruto. Who else is in here?
Gene says you're spitting, but does he agree
with you? Gene knows. Gene knows.
Jared said Naruto.
It's just not like Naruto's moveset. It's not very exciting when like every time he upgrades, it's just the same move.
So we got 3 Narutos and 1 Natsu. 2 Natsus, 3 Narutos.
Where's my
this is who had better power.
Where's my chat at? Come on, chat. Which power would you rather have? I mean, it's just way better. There's a line to it.
I guess whoever first to 5, unless there's a lot more. Oh, we got another Naruto. So that's 4.
King Simbad, I'm never reading World Trigger after this. This level of betrayal.
Oh man, someone said Mash. Mash's abilities are very simple. He just punches stuff.
Yeah, but Natsu's an evolved line. Like you're seeing it progress. It's like prior to the silly Super Saiyan God stuff, where it's like every time Goku's forms would progress. Good. I don't. But
this is 4-4. Next vote wins it.
There has to be a time limit, or at least the number of how many people are present.
Naruto West
couldn't turn half dragon. The thing though about like whoa, excuse me, sir. The voting is not stopped. But
I thought we said first to 5.
Oh, I never agreed on that.
Okay, well Naruto's winning 5-4. So
but the thing though is like Naruto, like the difference between it is like how Natsu's is more of like how the Super Saiyan had levels progressing, whereas like now that fact he's just a different color is like how Naruto's was. It's like cool.
Yeah, I mean,
it's something bigger, but it's the same. Like, Sage Mode is different. Sage Mode had techniques, but like what new kind of abilities did he get in anything beyond Sage Mode? Like it was just
lava.
Yeah, it's just it's a slightly different. It's literally just a slightly different color.
Not slightly.
Like all his upgrades were all the upgrades were just put a different color on top of it.
No, because lava is not the same as wind.
Dravenov also says Natsu. Good. Oh no, Sinbad.
You said Naruto.
Juice already voted.
And so did Dragonov.
Tier 1 also said Natsu.
I don't think Dragonov said voted, so I think it's 6.
He just said Dark Storms are okay, but Natsu's are fire. That's clearly a vote.
Yeah, Dragonov voted earlier, though.
No, he didn't. I don't think that's true.
Alright. But I still think From what I'm saying, Naruto got more votes.
I'm seeing about the same. Sinbad said the same amount.
All right. Let's. So from where we asked, I think the Henderson and Chief were the first votes. So, one Natsu, one Naruto, two Narutos after Bud, three Narutos after Jared, two Natsus after Hassan.
Sleek Smith said Natsu as well.
Dragon Knob said Natsu, so that's 3. Irene, 4, so 4-4. Jim Jr., 5-4. Juice, 6-4. Salik, 6-5. So 6-5. Naruto still wins.
Oh, hang on, that's not over yet. I need all of my people. There's more. There's 29 people. There's 6. If there's 12 votes and 29 people in there, that means there's still people to vote, my guy.
I know. I mean, I get it, but
we need at least half the people. We need at least half the people that are in the stream.
I mean, we got 12 people who voted.
Can I make the bracket bigger?
Someone said, "Can you make the bracket bigger?"
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
I think you might have got to concede, bro.
I don't think that's true at all. You need to get the votes at least half over the amount.
All right, Shinobi said Natsu, so I think it's tied 6-6 now.
Good.
All right. How about next one win?
What if it's first one at 10?
But we don't know how long that's gonna take. You know what I'm saying?
That's a respectable number.
Because we at the same time we don't want to take forever because this is the first matchup.
I mean, that's the best time to take the longest. Build the most hype. Never seen a tournament arc.
Low-key, you are right, but it's a raid call for a recount. Don't concede. I need to concede. What are you talking about? I need to concede.
Exactly.
I don't know why I need to concede in this situation.
Dravenov says he does not want to be a fox. That's true, and eventually, that's true. And Naruto's ultimate thing you can only use once. That's unfortunate. One time ever.
What do you mean?
His Baryon form, like he only gets that one time.
Bro, that's not like sure, but he can still use all his other forms.
Yeah, but your best thing you can only use once ever. Rough stuff.
Z-Pain said Naruto, so that's 7.
Whoa, hang on. I wanted to go to 10. You can do this.
Rax won't stop until Natsu wins back, bro.
No. I gave a number. I even gave a number to 10. That's a solid number.
3 more votes for Naruto or 4 more votes for Natsu.
Come on, folks. King Sinbad, you are incorrect if you think that. I have a scientist present at the ready, and he's already determined that you are incorrect on that one, my guy.
Nine-tailed fox over dragons?
No, never. Nine-tailed fox doesn't do anything as cool as dragons. Can't even fly.
I mean, the nine-tailed fox in whatchamacallit, God of High School was better than any dragon. Oh, actually,
I don't think so. I've read
the ancient dragon that has just been introduced is like one of the stronger characters and is stronger than the nine-tailed fox. So I guess
I don't know anything about God of High School, and I don't care to. I don't care about.
All right,
I don't care about webtoons.
You, bro.
I don't care about webtoons, dude. I read like 300 chapters of God of High School. I did not have fun reading it.
Oh, I enjoyed it a lot. Natsu. So we got 7-7. Steve voted for Natsu. 7-7. We are 3 more for either side. Just a mythical fox. I mean, dragons are mythical too. No.
Yeah, dragons are cooler. They're usually smarter. They got more going on.
Dragons are cooler than kaiju fox. Foxes are not kaijus. I mean, it really definitely depends on what type of dragon. I'm kind of like, I probably would prefer a dragon over.
Well, Jake Miller says Natsu. Jake Miller, good man.
There's certain beauty to Nine-Tailed Fox that dragons don't have. Jake, okay, Natsu 8, Evan.
Yes.
All right.
We got this, guys. The true winning side.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna be the best. Dragon Wizard's way cooler. Like who I know Luffy's on your
Dante
somewhere. Who's
said
Luffy against? Who is
so 8-8.
who is Shiro? Is that the Fate guy?
Who?
Is Shiro and Mia whatever the Fate dude?
Who are you talking about?
I don't know. Who are the guy against Luffy is?
The guy against Luffy?
You made this. How do you not know the people on your list?
Oh, you're talking about on the bracket. I was so confused for a second. Shiro Emiya, he's from the Fate. Yeah, Fate.
That's what I.
So it's 8-8 right now.
Come on,
No,
fellas.
I
We
didn't.
need
I
two
didn't
more.
understand what you were talking about for a second. That's why I was so confused.
Can't believe this.
Naruto. I mean, it's 8-8. It's tied. So.
Dude, you set it on 10. We gotta have at least over half.
Over half. So we need 2 more for either side. 2 more. Now people are being disrespectful. Naruto. Hey, Naruto's still a good series. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, I like Naruto. I just don't. I'm not a huge fan of his powers. It's
That's
like
fair enough.
It's like I like Meliodas, but I don't really like Meliodas' powers.
Fair.
I think his are kind of eh. Deku's another one. I like Deku. I don't like Deku's powers.
Yeah, Deku. I'm not a fan of Deku or his powers.
You don't like Deku?
Personality.
I mean, I like Deku as a person.
It's kind of boring.
He's a good lad. He's hardworking.
He's a good person. I like him as a person. If I met him, I would like him as a person. But as a character, he's pretty boring.
I think he's an alright dude.
Someone said Naruto dominates Natsu. Well, we're not talking about like.
That depends on which Natsu.
If you're talking about powers,
that depends on which.
especially in 6 Flash mode.
That entirely depends on which Natsu.
Yeah.
You talk about EF Natsu.
Which powers?
Huh?
We need 2 more votes for either side to figure out which powers is better, Naruto or Natsu.
I think Telehim
2 more
voted
votes.
Natsu. Telehim, are you voting for Natsu? Or are you voting for Naruto? Come on, my guy. Come on, Telehim. I need you. I need your assistance in the true path.
Yeah, I don't know what Telehim is going for.
Bud says he would throw Deku against a wall. This is violence. This is Deku hate.
He would throw Deku would knock you out, bro. We're alive.
I don't know. I could take Deku in a fight. He's green.
Oh, we got another Natsu. Damien voted Natsu.
Thank you, Damien. You're a good man.
Natsu needs 1 more.
Telehim.
Natsu needs 1 more, or Naruto needs 2 more. Who is the better set of powers, Naruto or Natsu? Also, Naruto can heal people. Just saying. We didn't even talk
Natsu
about
can
that.
cauterize wounds, and he can transform. He knows
we're talking about actually, like he saved my guy from the.
He knows transformation magic. Oh, we talk about everything. Natsu's also immune to time stop and soul manipulation, and he can burn other people's powers. Happy should be in this.
Well, burning powers, I'll give you. All the other stuff I think is like more passive stuff that. I guess.
That's still part of his powers, though. If you count like Naruto's eyesight abilities.
I mean.
That's true.
I guess. I guess.
And he can shapeshift to a slight degree, so.
Alright, we need 1 more for Natsu, 2 more for Naruto. We can't go to 10 all the time. We're gonna have to go to 5 for the rest, though.
Give 7 after this one. It has to be at least enough where it's not just like the fastest voters and then other people, if they're just not as fast, they get voted out. I think 7 is fair.
Maybe. I think, to be fair, this one is probably one of the more debatable ones on the list. To be fair.
Fortunately for Naruto, he doesn't have any cool dragon powers.
Yeah, but he has cool Nine-Tailed Fox powers.
Naruto. Well, Naruto's coolest form they barely used. The one before his Biju cloak, where he had all the. He just had a gold suit. That was his best one.
Oh, we got another Naruto vote. So we got 9-9. We got one more. This is a closing moment. What is your chat gonna decide to pick? Who is gonna have the best powers? Naruto or Natsu? And yes, we're still here. We need to finish this. Someone said go 10 first and then add 3. Kaguya's greater. Oh, this guy's still doing Hey, Gilad, vote.
Alderaan would eat Kaguya. Kaguya is ass.
Hey.
Kaguya
if Sasuke was on here, I would definitely get Sasuke over everybody.
Over everybody on here? No way.
No, I took that back. Over Naruto and Natsu. I'll pick Sasuke.
I would not. Sasuke missed out on the. He missed out on having a really cool Mangekyo Sharingan. Joe Green, we're not friends anymore.
Naruto wins. All right, so Naruto moves on.
All right, where's my MS Paint?
Hey. Oh man, but hey, we could do the same thing where like we could pick like rivals and have like Sasuke, Gray, stuff like that.
Do you just want to set it up always against my favor? I need to get someone to sue your ass. Sure.
I completely randomized. I didn't even do that on purpose.
I'm gonna get a lawyer next time.
Fair enough. All
right, the next one.
All right, so what's the
Yusuke versus Light? Okay, let's just end that already. Like, that's stupid. Light has just a book. Light has a book. He doesn't even. He has a book. This is like counting a guy with like a big gun. It's like you have a cool weapon, but it's like you have no powers.
It depends on what type of fighter you want to be. Do you want or do you want to like fight people up front?
Man, this is the worst pick one for 100%.
I feel like I could do more damage on a global scale if I had the notebook versus what I had versus.
And then if somebody finds you, they just shoot you. Or it's like Yusuke, they find you, they shoot you, and you just backhand the bullet.
Unless you're like.
Actually, what do you mean? World effect? If you're Yusuke, who could stop you?
We're talking about even in a demon world. Like you just gotta know their name.
Who's still stopping? Are you teleporting into the Death Note world? Or are you teleporting into the Yu Hakusho world?
In Yu Yu Hakusho, even if you're in Yu Yu Hakusho world, you literally just have to know their name and they die.
Oh, just being there, but then the second they find you, you're dead.
But they have to find you.
Whereas, like you put Yusuke in the Death Note world. Who's stopping you? You literally could go outside and say you killed somebody, and it's like, okay, they shoot you. You just grab the bullet.
If you have Yusuke's name, you can die. There's other people who have death notes.
He just blitzes him. He just kills him. He just finds him and kills him. How does he know his name?
He doesn't know where they are. It's not a one-on-one fight, bro.
Then okay, well then if you have Yusuke's power, how does Yusuke even know about him? Most of the people are going to be invisible to him. He's a human. He doesn't have the ability to see like demons and spirits. Wait, yeah, everyone's voting Yusuke.
Yusuke not even in the debate.
Yeah, everyone's voting Yusuke. So no one wants to get Light's powers.
Light has to kill and could kill Goku. So Bud said Light.
Got like one life vote.
G said Yusuke. Tier said Yusuke. Jake said Light can use Shinigami Eyes to kill you on sight by knowing your name. So
that's only he can only see you, and then he has to get away and write it down somewhere. You have Yusuke saying it doesn't matter if they know you; they can just
see you.
Because keep in mind, this is Yusuke's power.
Fight you one-on-one.
Keep in mind, this is Yusuke's power, so you get Son of the Super Demon Lord powers. You're like one of the top demons around. Yusuke's is so much cooler. It's not even. This isn't even close.
If I'm being manipulative, then I would pick Lights. But if it's a one-on-one fight, then obviously Yusuke.
I'll take Yusuke at any point. You know, like, you don't even. It's not even about manipulation. You just say like, "Hey, I'm doing this." It's like, what are they gonna do? Nothing. You're a super. You're a super high-ranking demon. Why is it a versus match now?
No, if you want, because you keep on saying if Light has to run away, but he has to find it.
Like, people have to find you, but I mean, like, it doesn't matter if they can find you if you have Yusuke's power. Like, if they find you, what are they gonna do? This is like...
Yeah, I mean...
This is like a hiding and being sneaky based power, whereas who cares if they find you? Yusuke's, you have way more than everything. Like, they can't do anything. Yeah, everyone's voting Yusuke.
Well, that's what I've said. If you put Light in Yusuke's world, Light would still be able to do more global.
I'm gonna put Yusuke up. Everyone's voting Yusuke.
Yeah, I think everybody voted Yusuke, and Tier did make a good point, so I'm gonna have to concede actually. Light has to sacrifice his life to see that, if I remember correctly. True, that drawback. That's true. So I'll go Yusuke.
Okay, next match. Luffy versus Shiro and Mia. I don't know what Shiro does.
So basically, what he can do is
I'm probably gonna vote
summon
Luffy,
something known as unlimited blade work. So he can create a weapon into his hand, and he can create any weapon he wants.
Oh, that's that guy? I thought that was Gilgamesh or whatever. Are they the same person?
No, Gilgamesh and Emiya have similar abilities actually. Gilgamesh has a portal where all the weapons are stashed, whereas Emiya can create any weapon he wants.
Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna vote for Luffy. I like
Rubber
Luffy's
powers is being able to create any weapon I want.
I like Luffy's. Luffy's got solid power. He's immune to electricity. He's immune to plain blunt force damage. He can stretch into all these crazy ways to fight. He's got a solid fighting style. He's combat Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna get their powers, I would have to learn how to adjust to being rubber. Whereas I just need to know how to use a weapon.
Think about like how Luffy can travel, how he does this rocket. You can just launch yourself long distances and then just hit wherever you're going, and you're probably gonna be fine. So you have travel on top of fighting and defensive based abilities. You could be the world's greatest electrician because you would never have to worry about getting shocked.
I mean, the other added thing about Emiya is that, like, even though his main ability is being able to create weapons, he's still a magician. Like, he's still like a wizard technically. So he does like physical enhancement type of abilities as well to enhance his body.
And I'm sticking my vote for Luffy. Well, Luffy has that with hockey too. He's got clairvoyance. He has a trash hammer.
Hockey might be a game changer because Conqueror's hockey.
On Conqueror's hockey only works though on like fodder.
Yeah, but most people in the world are fodder. So like that's a good enough.
I don't know, man. There's a million people. I mean, am I running around in real life? Because then I guess nobody else has powers. I can just honky everyone in the dirt.
I mean, I'm just talking about like powers you would want. Like, let's say if you're in the One Piece world, even if you're in the One Piece world and you're using Luffy's powers.
Oh no, I'm going for Foxy's powers.
Hockey is my thing. Like, I would not want rubber-based abilities, but having Luffy's hockey is what I would want.
I'm skipping my vote. I'm sticking with Luffy's, just because I think Luffy's is more useful.
I'm gonna go Luffy as well, but my vote is mainly because of hockey, not because of his rubber.
Man, so you're underestimating his ability just to travel. Imagine if you didn't have to have a car and you could just slingshot yourself everywhere. It'd be so useful.
I mean, that's
Gon and Asta. I'm voting Asta. Gon's powers are boring.
Yeah, I agree. I'm voting Asta as well.
Does anybody in the chat care about Gon's powers? Gon, unfortunately, I feel like he was written off as the main character before things were going to get hyped. And just the Dark Continent is never going to happen, and Gon's never going to show up. Like, Gon's powers are pretty much run. I mean,
His
he could
is
have.
very basic, regardless of any scenario, though. Regardless.
I mean, I'm saying like it could have evolved into something bigger, but it's not. It's never gonna happen. He got a good starting power,
I would say it could have.
but it's ass.
Rock paper scissors, being able to punch stuff, like, it's not. It's nothing crazy.
I mean,
definitely say
I was saying it has a solid starting power. Asta's is way better though.
Yeah, the fact that he has ki, anti-magic is cool if you're in a magical world, but he still can use his anti-magic to do a lot of unique stuff.
Everyone is saying Asta, Sinbad. I'm not counting your vote because you are irrelevant.
Oh man, but yeah, Asta wins. So I think that's another easy one.
He's next on here in second. Fortunately for Sinbad, he is what we call in the modern day very mid.
Man, he was talking mess earlier, so I'm gonna have to agree with you.
That's all he does. Let me see. Where's MS Paint? Or put Asta, Jotaro, and Lelouch. I'm gonna go Lelouch. I like Lelouch's better.
Chaos versus being able to create a stand that can also manipulate the time. Oh, that's
doesn't it like make him like lose life or something every time he does it? Isn't there like a restriction to it?
Not that I've seen.
Or is that Dio's?
Because he used it. I don't know, because Dio is technically immortal.
I know,
Jotaro isn't.
I feel like it wouldn't have the same problem.
I don't know, but from what I've seen, because I've read all the way up until like part 8, he's never mentioned any drawback.
Why does his not have a drawback then?
I don't know. Maybe it's because he's human.
That doesn't make any sense.
And who knows it's JoJo's?
I never explained it.
But it's tough.
I'm going with Luffy's, or not Luffy's, Lelouch's. I like Gios. I think Gios is cooler. It's subtle mind control.
But it can accidentally activate, which would happen with his cousin.
Oh no, it was only like when it got really strong at one point. He just wasn't aware of it.
Yeah, like that could happen to you too, where it got really strong at one point and you weren't aware.
But once as long as you don't have a really horrible set of circumstances that when it activates, it just screws everything up. You're probably fine. I would imagine that if you just had it, a normal situation, it's gonna activate. Isn't gonna be when you jokingly tell somebody to go on a murderous rampage. It'll probably be like when you're at the post office.
My thing, I don't know, because Jotaro, if it wasn't for the being able to stop time, then Lelouch easy. Like,
is this even is theirs even full time stop? Isn't it like an AOE? It's more of like a bubble, kind of like room.
From what I've seen, like he stops time. Like in the situation with part 4, when he had to stop time to beat the crap out of Kira, everything in that city looked like the time stopped.
That's range though. Has it ever been shown that it's like full time stop or is it bubble time stop? I have no idea.
I mean, does it have to though? Because
yes.
So at that point,
because then you get beaten just by somebody with range.
No, because there's nobody that had that range to beat him.
I know, but I'm talking about in general. That's an easy get around.
All right. Regardless, from what I've seen, I think it's full time stop because it doesn't make sense for you to stop the time of one section because that would ruin reality. So I think it's full time.
They have powers like that in JoJo already.
Yeah, they affect the entire universe.
I don't think so.
I might have to go Jotaro. Being able to stop time is actually very useful. And then you have an invisible freaking bodyguard, basically.
I'm going with Lelouch, because in the scenario, like, if you went up against Jotaro, and then you have to decide to do... Like, you're going to decide to do time stop. Probably not that, like... It's going to be a while, probably, and you're going to pull that. Whereas, like, Lelouch, you just instantly do it. Your one move is an instant win, pretty much. And it's so subtle. And it's not like Death Note, where it's like, you have to run off and do something... You just look at them. You just do it. You just go up and say hello, and while they're looking at you, just turn it on. You just catch them off guard. Bam, you win.
That's true, but at the same time, like the thing with Jotaro, like other than being able to stop time, A lot of the other aspects is that his stand is able to enhance his physical attributes as well, which is enhanced hearing, smell. All his senses
Well,
are
the
enhanced.
whole thing about earlier, Tony, you're talking about Death Note is like what you can do with it. Like imagine what you can do with Geass. You literally, like, you wouldn't even have to come up with any, like the difference between something like that, like Death Note and, like, Geass, is you don't have to really scheme. You could literally just do, like, eat Lelouch at the end, and just go around walking up to people, instantly mind-controlling them, and then just taking over. Like, the only difficulty would just be getting in the same vicinity as somebody.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can just activate your stand and stop time, and then do what you got to do.
Yeah, it takes way more time. That takes way more effort. Like, you don't even have to fight anybody. You just talk to them. You go up and say, hey, bam, I win.
I mean, it's not a fight. You could just activate the ability.
And do what though? Like, what are you gonna really do if you can just stop time? Unless, but I mean, like, if you're not fighting, what can you really do with time stop versus you can do anything with mind control?
I mean, you could rob a bank. I'm just saying, like, you know.
You can rob a bank. You can do, like, with Geass, I could meet Elon Musk and say, "Give me all of your money," and he'll say, "Okay."
With I mean, there's merit to both being able to stop time and having enhanced senses versus being able to control anybody you want. There is merit to both.
Geass has so much more range.
It's really.
It's like, time stop. I mean, unless you're fighting somebody, what is time stop really gonna do for you?
I mean, anytime you need to stop time.
To do what? To do what?
It doesn't matter. Like anytime, like maybe.
Or like you're
about to get hit by a car. Stop time. Maybe a kid is about to get hit by a car. Stop time. You know what I'm saying?
So like, just like, so far the users are like robbing banks and saving children if they're gonna get hit by a car.
Or you can save anybody.
I'll just Geass people. You know what? You're gonna try and stop them.
People to go in a flaming building.
I'm gonna, yeah, 100%. They're gonna have no fear. I'm gonna say, go in there and do your job perfectly. And they're gonna go in and they're gonna do it, no fear, no hesitation, all training and skill. They're gonna robot it, and I'm gonna instantly say everybody, it's gonna be great. Or I'll just Geass people say, hey, don't set fires.
I mean, you can't, like, there can be accidental fires. So the second one, I don't know. I mean, telling people, oh, go do it, like, stop it as best you can, doesn't mean that they're going to be able to stop it, and it doesn't mean that they're not going to die.
But then also, if you find whoever set these fires, you just say, like, admit.
It can be an accidental fire.
But if you're trying to interrogate people, like if it was arson, you just say, hey, admit to what you did, and they say, okay.
Yeah, you would have to hunt the person down, but if it's an accidental fire, if the building is already on fire.
That's so easy though if you're gonna hunt people down. This is just like, okay,
yeah.
Like there's no struggle in finding out information from people. You just say, hey, tell me, and they say, okay.
That's fine, but we're talking about if a building is already on fire.
Dude, I could be such a sick detective.
Save the people rather than do everything else. So,
Oh no, because if you stop time, the fire's still gonna be hot. There's still heat to it.
Yeah, but it's not gonna expand.
You're still walking through heat. This is now.
Your senses are also enhanced.
This is like
so your body moves way.
It's like putting your bare hands inside of an oven. Everything's all hot. You can burn yourself
but
still.
But your senses are also in heat, so you're much faster.
Versus I send in a bunch of firefighters with like super focused skills, super honed abilities.
Also, heat is in the matter of atoms moving ridiculously fast. If you stop time, then that atom stops.
It's still in mid motion. The energy's still there.
No, it stops. Like an atom stops.
It's still there. So the heat is still present.
It would not be producing heat.
No, man, I've seen time stop used enough. There's still heat. I watched enough fiction.
Okay. All right. Well, let the chat vote. I'm gonna say being able to stop time, even though I love Lelouch's power. I'm gonna go Joe.
I've seen more people in the chat vote for Lelouch. They want to mind control people. It's way cooler. They know.
So we got one person say Bud said JoJo's. Jared said Jotaro. Robin said Jotaro. Salik said Lelouch. Someone said Giorno's powers are more interesting. They are, but it is what it is. Yeah, they are. It's much more in depth. Somebody said Sinbad is mid. Someone said Hassan. Hassan said Lelouch. I'll say like 2-3. 2-3. I'm guessing Black Blur is on Lelouch's side. Oh, someone said, Bud said, I'll simply tell Star Platinum to clap his ass. Alright, I thought you were going to say something productive. You said something, you said that. I was like, alright. Oh, man.
Quick, somebody tiebreaker. Give this to Gias. Full mind control, way cooler.
Being able to stop time, I don't know what's up.
No way, man. Full mind control. Like nobody's ever stopping you. You just have a conversation with them. Yep, Black Blur says Lelouch. Oh, dude, your mic is super robotic right now.
You said my mic is super robotic?
Yes. You sound like you've become the anti-spiral.
Okay, I'm on my phone right now. Is it still bad?
Yes.
Alright, let me disconnect and reconnect.
He's fixing
Is it better?
There you go.
Okay.
Somebody tiebreaker this.
Just the spite racks. I'll vote Jotaro. Oh, look at that.
Z-Pain, we're not friends anymore.
I think it's like 4-4. Next vote wins. Jotaro versus Lelouch. It's tough. If I was Lelouch was literally up against anybody else, I would vote for him. I really would.
Tier 1 DJK says Lelouch.
Yeah, I think it's 4-4.
Kirk also says Lelouch. That's 5 Lelouch. Lelouch wins.
We'll give it to Lelouch. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, go.
It's the best one.
Alright, next is Shinra versus Edward Elric.
Oh, I'm putting my money on Shinra. There's so much more. I'm not picking a power where you have to spend time setting stuff up.
I mean, Edward doesn't have to spend time setting stuff up. He can literally just clap his hands.
Yeah, but in Edward's case, you have to have your metal arm. You lose your metal arm, you lose your powers. You're screwed. And then it's back to setting stuff up, back with one hand.
We're talking about the powers. We're not talking about the conditions. We're just talking about the powers.
I don't know. Well, no, because to get that, you have to lose something.
Yeah, I mean, true. We're just talking about the powers.
That should come with, like, an aspect of getting them.
Because Shinra has conditions, too. So...
I mean, yeah, but you gotta... I mean, you'd still talk about, like, the downsides for the upsides.
I mean, you can, but
especially if one is required. That we talked about the freaking Light had to lose time to get his eye powers.
Wait, what?
When we thought like Lelouch's or Light's ability that he has to give up half his life to see people's names. We mentioned that earlier.
Oh, someone said that in the chat.
Yeah, that was like your determining factor. It was bad that you had to lose half your stuff. You have to give up something to get Edward's powers. If you're just getting stuff and you talked about you talked about how Lelouch at one point when you can lose control of your Gias, so you definitely have to talk about the downsides.
No, so there's a difference. So for Light, I was talking about how even if you lose, if like you let go of your Death Note, you're still going to die. You're still gonna die. And then for the thing with the
you have to go over the downsides. You have to go over the downsides.
No, you can look at the downsides, but conditions of getting the power is different.
Yeah, but it's a requirement though. It's part of it. It's a complete staple of how it works.
Shinra had a requirement too, because his power only activated when his brother, activated him when his mother died.
Okay, well that's a specific plot storyline of that specific character rather than the aspect of how to get the powers in general, because other characters didn't have to have their parents die. But you have, but you have to give up something.
Power.
Every character who's ever had that power that Edward has, you have to give something up. It's a requirement for the power itself, not just something in his background story.
I know, but I mean, I get that, but at the same time, we're talking about specific main characters. Overall, it doesn't matter because.
But yeah, if we're talking about just being Edward, bam, minus the arm and minus the leg.
I mean, losing your family, but I'm voting Shinra. They're
Everybody's
both
voting
losers.
Shinra.
I was gonna vote Shinra anyway, because like he can move at the.
I'm not picking a power where you gotta set shit up. I gotta get the materials. I have to touch stuff. Ichigo and Deku, come on. It's a terrible one. Obviously, Ichigo's gonna beat Deku.
Oh, I mean, technically, Deku does have more than one power, but yeah.
Yeah, but Deku's more than one powers are boring. None of them are cool.
I agree.
They're super basic. None of them are hype.
I agree. I'm voting Ichigo.
Everyone's voting Ichigo.
Ichigo way better. All right, last match.
Meliodas and Eren. I'll go Meliodas. Eren's powers are kind of boring.
Eren's powers are very in depth, but I don't want his powers because.
I mean, his powers would be boring to have.
I agree. They're very situational.
They get very big, and then you talk to some people that I met at one point, and then the people they met cool.
I mean, a little bit more in depth than that, but
well, no, that's just the extent of how you use it. But really, like, you're gonna have communications with a bunch of old dead people. And it's like, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little more than that, but like I said, I'm voting.
No, it's pretty much that.
Not exactly.
And if I was in the world, I would hate whoever had that power, because for some reason the Attack Titan power is the only one with like a really good power comparison. The other ones suck ass. All right.
I mean, the Founding Titan.
I mean, that's like a overarching one. That's not one of the what is it, 7 or 8 shift? I don't remember how that ranked. Yeah, but that's the above one, because that one is related to all of them, because that's like saying you count all of them if you have that one.
I mean, you can have purely just the Founding Titan powers, but sure. I mean, if you're excluding
I'm talking about, because the Founding Titan, I'm talking about just the shifters. Like, the rest of them kind of suck in comparison.
Well, the Founding Titan's a shifter as well.
The Founding Titan, though, is like the overarching shifter. They're all just related to that one. The other ones aren't tied to each other the same way.
All right. Well, yeah, I agree with Eren.
Right, Naruto and Yusuke. I'll go Naruto. Yusuke's powers aren't as interesting.
Yeah, spare gun is pretty cool though. Being able to shoot a laser basically out of
I mean, that's just like Kamehameha. It's just a big beam.
Yeah, but the fact that you can make gun fingers and shoot it is the cool part.
It's okay.
Hey, bro, you can say someone pulls a gun on you, you say hands up, and then you pull out your fingers.
Or I make 1,000 shadow clones. We all run in different directions.
No, I'm voting Naruto. I'm just saying.
All right, pick Naruto. Who's next? Luffy and Asta. Oh
no, the hockey is the game changer because I almost gave it to Asta.
I mean, Asta has ki. He's got double union. He can fly.
Luffy's hockey is better than any of Asta's key feats. Luffy technically can fly with Gear 4. So, anything Asta can do, Luffy can do better. I'm surprised.
I mean, what, for just like ki sensing and hockey? But like,
no, for like everything. Like, honestly, everything Asta can do, Luffy can do better.
Well, I think Asta's power is generally cool. I like the concept of anti-magic more. And just like generally how it's used, how it plays into the story more. I think it's a more interesting overall ability.
I agree. It's a more interesting.
Oh, everyone's pick. Yeah, there's 2 Luffy or 3 Luffys and like 6 Astas in the chat.
But this is your vote. If me and you vote Luffy, then Luffy.
Oh, I'm not voting Luffy. I'm voting Asta.
You think Asta has more?
I like anti-magic I like anti-magic more than I like rubber.
I mean, I get that. His in a magical world is very interesting, whereas Luffy's can transition to literally any world.
I mean,
So
outside of that,
that's why I'm picking
outside of the antimatter, you still get demon powers, and you get demon modified body, and you have key sensing,
but,
and you have flight.
yeah, but Luffy has all that. You know, like demon enhanced body. Luffy's body is still enhanced because of rubber. He can fly technically. His future vision is better than anything Asta's key can do. So
But just
yeah,
as the only thing I'd say like is really that superior is future vision, because like outside of like even Asta and base can fly, but like Luffy, what are Luffy's flights? It's got to be in the 4th gear, and that's like one of the silly looking flight forms. I'd rather fly in a sword than be a weird suction cup man or whatever it's supposed to be.
yeah, he could definitely fly easier.
Easier
When it comes to moving in the air, it would take at least gear 2 for Luffy to move consistently in the air. But
Asta can swim. What are you talking about, Jake Miller? He's just not a very good swimmer.
who, Asta? Asta?
Yeah.
Yeah, Asta can.
I voted for Asta. And the chat overall voted Asta.
Yeah, I think the chat overall voted Asta. Oh, I would say Asta's is more unique, for sure. I'm just thinking of it in a more pragmatic situation, so that's fine. Asta wins. Yeah, I agree with Tier. He said Luffy's way more versatile, yeah. But
alright, Lelouch and Shinra. People are going to give it to Shinra. I'm probably going to vote Shinra as well. Well, actually, hang on.
Lelouch. Well, who did Lelouch beat? Jotaro? If he beat Jotaro, then everything Shinra can do.
Let me think.
I think so. Yeah, I'm voting Lelouch. I'm voting Lelouch.
I'm gonna also go vote Lelouch. I really like just the general aspect. The fact, like I said, the fact that he can just start out, he gets it off at the start, he wins. Unless you have a resistance to mind control, and that's not that common, you're good. Ichigo and Meliodas. Who do you think's? I'm gonna go Ichigo.
Ichigo Meliodas. Yeah, I like Ichigo's abilities more, and the fact that it's just a lot more interesting. You know, so I'm gonna go Ichigo.
That's an easy one.
A lot of people are voting for Shinra over Lelouch in your chat. I'm surprised.
Well, unfortunately, it was not a tie.
Yeah, Lelouch definitely.
All right, Naruto and Asta.
Naruto.
I'm probably. Hang on. I'm gonna need to think about this. I think I'm also gonna go Naruto.
Yeah.
So disappointed in my chat today. Natsu should be sitting at the top here. Sick fire dragon wizard burns concepts reality. Should be in the winning portion. What it is a corrupt system. I know you had 6 bots in there somewhere. All right, Lelouch and Lelouch and Ichigo. I'm voting Lelouch. Ichigo doesn't have enough for his powers. He missed his chance learning Kido, and we don't even know his Bankai.
Yeah, being a master swordsman is cool, and then shooting lasers out of your sword is cool. But yeah, I'm gonna go Lelouch. A lot easier to deal with.
All right, Lelouch is making his move. All right, last Naruto and Lelouch. I'm sticking with it. I'm voting Lelouch still.
All right, the last one. Naruto and Lelouch. Naruto has a huge arsenal of what he can do. But ultimately, if I had to give a vote, I would have to give it to Lelouch as well. For someone like me and how I would use it, I probably would more want to use Lelouch's ability versus Naruto at the end of the day.
All right,
Naruto's
we did
ability takes a lot of work. Yeah. Someone said Rax lost interest in the stream when Natsu lost back, bro.
I didn't even say anything.
No, that's what someone said in your chat, bro.
I didn't even say a word. I'm just over here doing my thing.
Someone said meh, mind control. Mind control is fire, bro. You control the world. You can control the world. You just gotta you just gotta have the right person to take care of it.
Oh no, we don't need to be the right person. I just need to get everyone under my control. I don't need to do it in a good way. I'm gonna do it in a way for me.
Probably me too. I'll probably just make things very easy on me. I don't need to control the world either.
Oh, things are gonna be on fire.
But okay, I wouldn't go that far. That's Rax. He's an anarchist. Chaos. That's what he wants.
Oh, at that point, I'm going full villain mode.
This man said he's going full villain mode.
They give me the power. They give me the power. I'm going full villain mode.
Alright, I'm gonna have to go find CC and get my own chaos if that happens.
Did you say CCC2?
Tomatoes.
No, that's a different. That's her name. That's a pronunciation of a name in a completely different manner.
I don't even. Hey, I forget, bro. I forget.
Come on.
Yeah. So I mean, that's basically it. So basically, we determined that Lelouch has the best shonen MC powers. For the most part, Congratulations, Lelouch. Chaos powers are really dope. Naruto, runner-up. Congratulations, of course, Naruto, the dude. And we could potentially do I guess, rival powers one in the future. We'll have like Sasuke.
Villain powers. That's the better one. That's the meat we needed to do.
Villains.
Yeah,
so I mean, we could have either Madara Pain or Uchimaru. We'd have to pick one of them.
That's easy. I mean, I'm already voting Zeref. I can make people. Make my own villains. It's the best one right there.
Yeah, we could have Zero. You have Yuabak.
No, that's one of the most annoying ones because most people don't. We don't even know most of his powers. They didn't even happen. I don't want to just sleeping and looking at stuff.
Kind of broken, bro.
I mean, if you said monster, I'd rather have Monster Aizen rather than Yuhabak.
I would have Isaac.
Once
he releases it, complete.
Unless you're a blind guy. That's the worst.
It does.
He can't mind control a blind person.
It didn't work on Chosen, did it?
It doesn't work on blind people. You have to see it. So if you.
True. So unless you're a blind guy, complete hypnosis.
I wonder if it would work on Sharingan. I don't think so. I feel like you'd see through it.
That would be interesting. Not gonna lie. Not sure. All right. Well, any final comments here, Rex?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna do a chill stream after this. We're gonna hang out and chat and just do more. We're gonna do more conversational stream.
Okay.
So if you want to harass Sinbad in the comments, go feel free. He probably deserves it. He's a ne'er-do-well.
Maybe. But yeah, that's fine with me. You can have a good conversation about different power scaling stuff. I'm sure.
Oh, we should do. I wasn't even planning on doing power scaling stuff. We're gonna now. First one, Sinbad is bottom tier.
Sinbad is bottom tier. Oh,
yeah,
I did do. I did it when I did my stream earlier because I promised to do it. The top 25 Black Clover transformations.
I popped in.
Yeah, I did see you pop in, but after doing it, hey, I think we came a pretty good list. We had Xenon's 100% number 1, and then Boreas number 2.
You guys just wait. You guys just wait until Rades' transformation. This is gonna be the best one. It's gonna be. Just wait. He's gonna get a sick ghost form. He's gonna be like Danny Phantom.
Right. Hey, I'll say the only hard one we had was picking which one is better, Spirit Dive Yuno or Union Asta. That was tough.
Oh, I'd pick Spirit Dive Yuno. That's not a hard competition right there.
I picked Spirit Dive Yuno as well, but some people in the chat argued Union Asta, so I just gave it a tie.
Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream. Give me a few minutes, and we're gonna have another stream.